Hello, guys. Very good morning and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, we are taking a look on important matters happening in the nation Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe Army Commander General Anselem Sanyatwe has made a controversial attack to the constitution of the republic, and it's very important for us to start by playing this video before we give our own views and our own commentary.
Tikabuda nepasa manyaro pa business center pa pekubira pamira Ruizi rusati rwaondomoka izvoka tichidzoka taane pfuti takauya futi pamutyato chii chakaitika takatambirwa nemhondoro yanyamarokwa pamuturu Rudona muturu wakabereka ambassador mutuyu wakabereka lieutenant general mutuyu wabereka commander army Rudona saka ZANU PF itatonga kusika madhonge ameranya muchida musingadi ameni apa ndakutaura sakomanda ami tichashandisa inonzi command voting nyaya yemasabhuku waridzi wemusangano tichazvigadzira ndateerera ruru wangu wakarova sutu sumwaidon yakakwira ndege sutu iyoyi handidika dadaro wanga vakuratidza kaku kuti da uyu da mwana wedu weparejina ane nzeve nhete izvoka masabhuku amakaisa imi weZANU PF tinoda kukumbira kuti ndanzwa kuti pane mapurisa munondotora mafingerprint unozonana here emasabhuku api yayo matora mafingerprint mopa comrade town wondipa nondobhadhara mari yacho kuti akliwe kuti aite sei kufunga clearance mapurisa $10 tinokwiyawo kuti uye kwano saka tichagadzirisa ndo mapepa aizi gadzirai mapepa andidika headman vanozonyora gwaro ravo ravanogara pasi nekomiti kuti Anselem Sanyatwe takamubvisa pausabhuku izvoka handiti nokuti chaiva chikonyoka saka pari zvino taisa Patrick Chimuti zvinodiwa izvo nemafinga izvoka chifanana nekudaro ndokumbirawo kuti tigare pasi ZANU PF vamberi naED Mnangagwa pasi nemhandu security forces mungangoshamiswa kuti komanda anopenga aiwa ini nguva yehondo ndakapinda muno ndiri pisi ndikazogumisira ndau. Saka kuchisoja kune chinonzi civil military relations. Zvinoreva kuti komisarieti yearmy. Tizoka? Saka komisarieti inonzi i-command function. Saka PC mkuru wemauto ndini.
So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. This is the commander, Zimbabwe National Army, Anselem Sanyatwe. He declared himself the PC of the military on behalf of the ZANU PF party. And the problem is he is a man who is supposed to stand with the constitution, but is a man who is also attacking the constitution. And he has declared that ZANU PF ichatonga kusvika madongi amera nyanga. These are the men who are causing more troubles for the people of Zimbabwe. These are the men who hate Zimbabwe to the bone. Because if they loved Zimbabwe, he could not make such utterances like Zimbabwe ichatonga kusvika, ZANU ichatonga kusvika madonga amera nyanga. That sentiment is wrong. He made a slogan. He is a serving military member, who must be neutral, who must not be attached to any political party. But he made a slogan, Pambirine ZANU PF, and he declared kuti hapasina imwe party zvekare ichatonga muZimbabwe. And this is so wrong. This is against the constitution. The constitution is very clear about the role of the military. It's very clear about what the military should do in the nation of Zimbabwe. But we are having these challenges, we are having these problems, and you have a whole National Army commander coming to declare a coup on the constitution itself. And this is a cause of concern. Each and every Zimbabwean must be concerned about this declaration by the army commander. So, this is the problem. We say we need to pray that God touches important people within the military. We need to pray such that God touches key people within the military. And God is God. Mwari havasekwe sezvatiri kuona zvichiitwa navakomana ava. God is God. God can deal with situations in a different way. And that is what we need to pray for. Our solution, we need God. We need God as the people of Zimbabwe, because if we fail this time around, then we have a problem, a very big problem. These are people who are very ambitious, who want to be presidents in their lifetime. Vari kutozviudza kuti isusu tichava mapresident munyika ino yeZimbabwe. And because of that, they continue to violate the constitution. They don't even read the constitution, what it means. When we go to the election, they just say we'll go and waste money, but we will have to declare our own results. This is the problem which we have, and this is the reason why we talked about a decision not being made because of some issues. So we need to pray such that God raises a standard. God raises people who fear him. God raises people who are going to challenge unconstitutionalism in every part of the government. We need people who are going to come and make sure that they recognize the constitution and they put the constitution and the people first. If you read the Defense Act, it does not give the military personnel any role within any political party. But it's happening because these people do not care about the people of Zimbabwe, do not care about the future of the people of Zimbabwe. This is the reason why they have destroyed even the opposition in Zimbabwe, is because they see everybody as a threat to their quest for power. So up until this old guard yaenda, things will never work in the nation of Zimbabwe. Things will never work. So people will go to the election, they'll come and they'll declare whatever they want evil, which is against the constitution. So, it's said a whole military commander goes on video and declares himself a commissar representing ZANU PF within the military. And, what is funny is he said, now I am talking as commander army. Then said, ZANU PF ichatonga kusvika madhonga amera nyanga. That is so wrong. You don't do that. That is threatening national security. So, if you read, I think it's section 206. I think it's section 206. It's very clear about the objectives of national security. So, it says that we must, the objectives of Zimbabwe, they must, I do not know if I will say it word to word, but it talks about the objectives of Zimbabwe being reflective of the lives of Zimbabweans as equals in liberty and also in peace, in harmony, free from fear and in prosperity. So how can we live free from fear when the military is declaring that ZANU PF ichatonga kusvika madhonga amira nyanga and people are being beaten in the communities, in the villages, and ZANU PF, which is supposed to be protecting the people, the military, which is supposed to be protecting the people from ZANU PF, is doing nothing about it. This is the reason why FAS operated and nothing happened. So when it comes to the issue of national security, it must be secured, and the military, the CIO, and the police must be in compliance with the constitution and the law. So which means the Defense Act and as well as the Constitution of the Republic of Zimbabwe must be recognized to the full. So you must actually understand that when you are protecting the issues of national interest, according to the Constitution, I think it's section 206, you can go and read. It talks about protecting the fundamental rights and freedoms and also the democratic values, the principles which are enshrined in the Constitution itself. Which means if you are a commander defense forces, and if you are a commander national army, or if you are part of the security services, you must not join a political party. And the security services in Zimbabwe, it comprises of the defense forces, the police service, the intelligence service, the prisons, and correctional service. So these are very important arms of the security. And if you go further, I used to know these sections by head. I used to know these sections by the head. And, I think it's section 208. It speaks about conduct of how the members of the security service should conduct themselves. So they must conduct themselves according to the law. And, this is what is very important. This is a part which I have kept in my head for years now. Neither the security services nor their members may, in the exercise of their functions, they must not further the interest of any political party or cause. They must not act in a partisan manner. They must not prejudice the lawful interests of any political party or cause. They must not violate the fundamental rights or freedoms of any person. So they are not also not supposed to be active members of the or office bearers of any political party or organization. So I agree with Valerio Sibanda when he was made to a member of the Politburo of ZANU PF. He rejected that because he knew the implications of him taking such a position. And you have a commander defense or a commander national army going onto a ZANU PF rally, and he addresses the people, otaura kuti tichaita inonzi command voting. That is so wrong. You don't do that. This is a direct attack of the constitution. You are the people who are supposed to be protecting the law, and you are the people who are declaring violence. Because when the people realize then that you are bastardizing the constitution and you are deliberately working against the constitution, what will happen? The people will come and the people will say, let us challenge these people. You are destabilizing Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe cannot be like Sudan. We cannot go into a situation where we fight like what is happening in Sudan. But where you are going, Commander, and your people, you are pushing people further or too far. One day, people within your military will rise against you because their lives, they are suffering. One day, they will rise against you because you are in direct violation of the constitution, and they will have a justification. One thing you need to avoid is to give people a justification to find arms. The reason why people fought Ian Smith, these are the same reasons. And when you do like what you're doing right now, you are giving people justification to seek their own arms and to fight you. And you will not like it. But because you are on the top echelons, you know that you will be protected. And the people of Zimbabwe will suffer. Because you know kuti you only need to secure Harare. Vamwe vese vachisafa imi muchidyarifa muri in key areas zamunenge makaoccupy. That is so wrong. If Zimbabwe was a constitutional democracy, this army commander would have left office by now. But is there because they continue to suppress the people of Zimbabwe, oppress the people of Zimbabwe. Which means they are simply saying to the people of Zimbabwe, find other means to assume power. You are not going to assume power in any means constitutionally through the elections. This is what they are saying. This is the reason why, despite Nelson Chamisa winning the elections, they have turned a blind eye on those issues. And this is the reason why we need to pray. We need to pray for some people within the military so that God grants them long life, so that God protects them from men like this one. They're a problem. Personally, we no longer care. If we die, we die. But this is the truth. We are telling you, Mr. Anselem Sanyatwe, you were the commander when you shot people in Harare. You came, you lied before the Moshande Commission. But you were the man in charge of the shootings of people with live ammunition and live bullets. And now that there is this video, you deserve to face the consequences in the law. Honestly speaking, we know that you are powerful, yes, but let me tell you this. Do not push Zimbabwe into a civil war. Your declarations publicly in a video, these are the things which causes civil wars. Go to Sudan. Sudan is at war because of this. Many countries we have seen with conflicts and war, it's because of this. We want peace in Zimbabwe, but we cannot maintain that peace when you are doing like this and the people are hungry. Two things must not work concurrently. Number one, dictatorship and hunger. Those things must not travel together. That is a recipe for disaster. When people are hungry, when people are desperate, they will do everything and anything to deal with you. So don't force the people of Zimbabwe to use other means. Just let the constitution work in Zimbabwe. Just let the people apply the constitution. Just apply the constitution. Stop interfering with politics. If you want to be in politics, leave public service and join politics. It's simple. So I think that you are going to comply with section 206 to section 208 of the Constitution of the Republic of Zimbabwe. I'm sorry, I do not know if I'm quoting the Constitution correctly, but I think those are the sections. Richmond, thank you very much for coming. I'm okay. How are you, my brother? Michael says, you're going to suffer too. Donkeys grow horns. Wake up, Zimbabweans. Marshall, good morning. How are you, my brother Marshall? So this is Team Zimbabwe. This is a whole commander of the Zimbabwean military declaring kuti ZANU PF ichatonga kusvika madhonga amera nyanga. It's wrong. It's wrong. And if we do not confront this and speak against it, then there is a problem. This is the reason why this man shot people in the streets of Harare without consequences. And this is the reason why he was brought back, because he's one of them. You see. So one day, I know that one day something will happen. One day, the people of Zimbabwe shall have their freedom. One day, because you are not God. What you have to understand is you are not God, and you are not the only man anofunga and ane power muZimbabwe. Munogona kutiuraya, makauraya vana Dzamara, makauraya vakawanda, but you will not kill all of us. You kill us today, but some people, very powerful, who rise again, very influential people more than us, will rise, and you fail to contain them. This is a declaration of war, Commander, and this is wrong. Abide with the Constitution. The Constitution is very clear about the roles of the military. The Constitution, the Defense Act, both are clear. Section 208, which employs you as the Zimbabwe National Army Commander, is very clear about your roles. Never further the interest of any political party or cause. Never prejudice the lawful interest of any political party or cause. Never violate the fundamental rights or freedoms of any person. When you declare ZANU PF ichatonga kusvika madhongamira nyanga, muchirova vanhu, muchishungurudza vanhu sezvamuri kuita, you are violating our rights as the people. Biggie, thank you very much for coming. How are you? So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. For those who came late, please revisit the beginning of this video. We placed a video of Anselem Sanyatwe where he declared that ZANU PF ichatonga kusvika madhongamira nyanga. And this is the reason why, as people, we must be concerned, and as the people, we must stop again and fight against this regime. And I'm glad that we are kubuda pachena one by one, and we still have people with brains in the military. Variko, vana nepfungwa. They see this, and I don't think they will continue tolerating this nonsense. One day you pay for your crimes. Yes, you might kill us, but one day you will pay for your crimes. And I pray that you live long so that you pay for the crimes against humanity you have committed. In 2018, you shot people in Harare in broad daylight. Vanhu vachiona, you were the commander, presidential guard. Now you have been promoted to the higher office because you protect each other with your comrades. Let us continue to pray.